to understand that too, but throughout my session, one of the things I'm going to handle is that the type of objection.
Environment plays a greater role in shaping our behaviors.
Because facing the objection is one thing. How you observe, how you actually absorb in your mind, that is another thing.
Be depending on your student, or you can be now depending on what we are going to give you now. I call this a very powerful entrepreneurship plan.
I'm going to talk about how you can set your mind.
And our behaviors also play greater role in shaping who we
And
really
in terms we are going to get, whether it's EPF, we call it Malaysian EPF, Employment Provident Fund, okay, Singapore Provident Fund, and all of those are not
environment will affect your behaviors.
I know, very huge topic. Okay, it's a very of course it's huge, at the same time most important, because as a psychologist say, not me, as a psychologist, and the research shows in network marketing industry, many people tend to fail is simply because they have hard time to handle all the objections. But in supply world, it is very much lucky. We are lucky because we've been trained on how to handle them. Now, over the past 3 years, I'm in this industry called supply world. I do learn a lot of things in a variety of perspective, how you can exactly handle that. Now, I'm going to share with you, that is the one I'm going to. Now, if you can see my slide, you can thumbs up. If you can see my slide, thumbs up. All right, awesome. Now, objection handling is one of my favorite topic to talk about it, because it is the most famous one. And since I love to gossip, this is the moment we can gossip right now. Okay, let's be just gossip. But before that, objection handling in network marketing business, we have to understand that in whole world, not only in this industry, but every perspective in the whole world, we have to understand, without objection, without any problem, without any strategy, it won't become an opportunity for us. Because we can see a problem will lead to opportunity. That's what we learned, right? Being an entrepreneur, that's what our role is. If you ask me, what is the meaning of an entrepreneur? What is the role of an entrepreneur? We give the solution, or we provide the solution from the weaknesses and problems. From weakness, all right, it will lead to strength. And that's the strength, it gives a lot of opportunity. That's one of it is network marketing industry. And of course, we have to understand that first, but throughout my session, one of the things I'm going to handle is that the type of objection, all right? And then before that, I'm going to talk about how you can set your mind, because facing the objection is one thing. How you observe, how you actually absorb in your mind, that is another thing. First thing you have to know, my mantra will always, I will follow, is that 90%, which means 10% is only what is happening to you, 90% is how you react and how you respond. Now, my motive, my objective at the end of my session, make sure you get the right mindset here. All right, now let's get right into it. Now, before that, let's be gossip right now. I want you to mention one objection that you always face, that you are currently facing right now in whole supply world. Like in my case, I still do face rejections. It can be any of your experience as well. So do mention only one. What is the major objection that you are handling or facing in whole supply world? What will that be? You can comment it in the chat box. The chat box will leave to open to everyone, so everyone can see. Please don't be hesitate or afraid to comment, because this will help me to put on some of the idea as well. So let's just check. What is the one objection that you're handling? Okay, no money. Jabu said no money. Any other answers? I'm not interested. Okay, yes. I will get into that point. Don't worry, I'm not interested. And other than that, I don't believe. Correct. And other than that, anyone? Now, for those who didn't answer, maybe you are, doesn't face any rejection or something. You do handle, right? Now, here's another research shows that the more you handle, the more you face the objection, the bigger you are putting the effort. I didn't say that, but the research showed. How can one session solve all the problem? Okay, that is on Super Life. No time, that's a very good one. Any other experience that you got? Okay, this is the one, objection, right? Now, this is my favorite one. What is the one thing that you wish to tell to your prospect but couldn't say? You know, like in my case, I really want to tell the prospect to answer whether you want this opportunity or not. I really want to tell them directly to say yes or no, but I couldn't say that because it will be rude and it will end up not getting any sales, right? I want you to go and in the chat box, let's just gossip for a while. What is the one thing that you want to say to prospect? Honestly, it can be rude, it can be sarcastic, it can be anything, but you couldn't say that. What will that be? Expensive, family members are not allowed. Okay. Wow. Okay. Winners DSK said family members are not allowed. Any other things? What is the one thing you really wish to say openly to your prospect, but you couldn't say that? Always want to tell them that I cannot join this. Okay, that's a very good one. Abu Bakar said, always want to tell them that join because you need this opportunity. K. All right. Anyone? Any other answers, guys? Let's just gossip because whatever you're sharing is going to be inside our Zoom meeting. It won't relieve or release anything. Help me to help you, okay? But isn't that you can tell to the prospect? Actually, it will not, it will not offend them, right? But what is the thing you cannot tell them, but you wish to tell? Poverty is not cured by magic. True. As King David said, poverty is not cured by magic. That's very true. All right, any other answers? You got money for Gucci. I like that. You got money for Gucci, but not for your health. Okay? That one says by Leader Elder. And then this one said, don't let this opportunity pass you. Miss Patty said, life changing opportunities. Nick Mubarak said, never give up. Always give it a try. That's very nice. Now, thank you for the answers, guys. It's really amazing whatever you say. What I wish to tell is that all the negativity, all the things that we have in your mind, but we couldn't tell, I would recommend each and every time that things pop up into your mind, just put it in the trash bag and tidy it up and just throw it away. Why? Because all those things, it is okay for us to get into our mind, but it is wrong if we utilize it, right? We as a nut worker, we as a Super Life member, we always portrayed as a genuine person. So we have to be honest. That's why it is my job for me to set your right mindset in order for you to handle any kind of objections. All right, and here it is. Let me share with you 5 of the main point. Now, this all the point maybe you heard about from the network marketing presupposition of it. I put it out in here because this is the valid one to handle any kind of objection. Now, I want to see the first point. The map is not territory. Okay. Now, these are the points you have to see, set your mind before handle any objection. The map is not the territory is the most important points, every of them. Why? Because it means whatever you see, whatever you hear, it may be true and it may be not true. All right. For example, if you heard from your prospect that he cannot make it to the appointment because he have an emergency, it may be true, it might be not true. We cannot be the judge to judge them. All right, that's the first one. And the second one is that respect for the prospect point of view. I'm not saying whatever that we are actually pointing out is always true. At the same time, whatever they're pointing out, which is the prospect is pointing out, is everything wrong. Right? So actually you can avoid the objections is by giving them a respect of whatever they're saying, even though they're giving a lot of excuses, just respect them. All right. And as I mentioned, 10% of what is happening, 90% on how you react. The third one, you cannot not communicate, which means 24 hours you're always communicating. In fact, I'm actually speaking to you right now, and many of you listening, right? And many of you are taking notes. That's actually a sign of communication as well. Same goes to prospect. Now, the fourth one, resistance is a sign of lack of rapport. Throughout my sessions, the keyword that is important is that rapport. Rapport is the number one keyword, right? Because without rapport, we cannot handle any kind of objection. Now, resistance, which means something is not desire. The conversation is something not desire for you. If you face any kind of situation, which means like prospect get angry, or maybe they ask too much of questions, all what you have to do is build a rapport and reframe the conversation. I will touch that part in a while. Now, the fifth point, the meaning of communication is the response that you get. How you communicate is the response you get. That's why I asked you earlier, what is the one thing you really want to mention to the prospect, but you couldn't say? Imagine all those words, right? You mentioned your words. If you really want to speak that directly to your prospect, how would their response? Will they gain trust in you? Definitely not. So that's why we learn to reframe everything. Now, I'm going to share with you, the moment when you get the idea 5 of it, then you're good to go on understanding the type of objection. You have to understand, whatever the reason we have in all around the world, it always compressed with these 4 factors, 4 types of objection. First thing first, lack of budget. Now, I want you to put in the comment section who handles this kind of situation, which means like no money. Any of your prospect, does this say, I have no money? If yes, type yes in the chat box. Lack of money or lack of budget is most famous word that always people say. It is okay. Yes, of course, right? Now, the second one, lack of trust. How many of you handle that prospects say, maybe they will directly say, is it a pyramid scheme? Do you guys really illegal or legal in your country? Lack of trust. It can be anything. Yes, they do say, I don't have money. They will directly say that as well. That's one of the objections. Lack of trust is also another objection. Now, you have to understand this. Any conversation that you are starting for your prospect, not all the time will believe you. Ouch. Yes, it's kind of hurt, but it is the truth. You have to know they won't believe you at the first time, which is why you have to a process to make them a trust. Now, making them a trust is not a desperation, my friends. It's a part of a sales and strategies. All right, and there is a way to do it, not under desperation. Now, the third one, lack of need. Not around the whole billions of the people who want the network marketing industry. Based on their objective, based on their desire, they really want to see the network marketing business. Now, here's the disclaimer. Each and every of the prospects said, I'm interested. It doesn't mean they want to join you. They just want to know the information. After they get to know the information, they only will decide whether they need this opportunity or not. That's another objection. The last one, lack of urgency. They doesn't have urgency. In fact, we as a member, most of us doesn't have urgency to earn or to hit the ranking. So in this point, when you communicate with the prospect, you have to see whether they actually want to run away from you or they really want to need time. They really need time. You have to identify that. All right. In this time, you have to identify which one is the situation you are handling. Now, how exactly you can know all of this? How exactly you can overcome that? Which is why I have 6 points for you. Right? Easy steps and easy for you to go on, and automatically it will be used. Now, I want you to relate if you guys can you guys already utilize this kind of overcome objections or not. Now, the first one, be a listener. Be an active listener. Of course, this is very important. The moment when you are, you will invite to the Zoom meeting, and then you will just give all the information of super live world, what is network marketing and stuff. In that period, only 20% which is you have to talk. The remaining 80% you'll have to let the prospect talk. And when they're talking, you must be an active listener. You must listen to them. Only then it will create a trust Because just imagine this, just sort of small thing they are sharing with you. For example, let's say they have, let's say a prospect is actually sharing with you that a wife is a single mom with 4 kids, for example. They're sharing with you. The moment, it's a little thing, but the moment when you listen, right, and some of the time when you bring up the topic, they will just create an impression. They surely will think, wow, this person is remember of my story. It's kind of a first impression as well. So you have to be the person who active in listening. Don't rush to talk. When you get the opportunity, you can talk. Now the second point, identify the true objections. When people say I doesn't have money, they have their own reason. Either they really doesn't have money or they really don't want to invest. It can be both. So in order for you to do that, what you can do, go and ask the deeper questions. If they say I doesn't have the money, just say them what are they working and what are the solution they have. Now, we are not a solution provider. You have to understand that we are not the solution provider. Yes, we give solution in order for us to get the sales, but in reality, you have to know, you have to make them to find a solutions. That's important because you have to know that this opportunity is very genuine and very powerful to anyone. So they have to make an effort, which is why you have to help them to create a solution, which means identify the objection first, find the root cause. Now, the third thing is my highest closing point. Use the feel, felt, found concept. It's actually a concept, and many of you heard about it. Feel, felt, and found. If anyone who have a lack of trust, what I will do is that I totally understand your situations. And you know what? This is exactly what I felt before I joined this company. And which is why I joined this one, because I feel the opportunity right now. And what I found is that a platform where I can financially free. So feel is something that what is the person is feeling right now, and you can relate with your story. Relate with your story on how you felt this opportunity and what you found in this. So it's like you present, past, and future. You can relate with your situation. Now, it leads me to the point number 4, which means use an evidence. Use evidence or tell a story to prospects so that can reduce their concern. Because evidence and story is powerful enough for you to get a closing points. Now, evidence is something you can show all the income testimonies. Telling story where you can relate the situation, which means, as I mentioned before, if a person said they doesn't have money, you can relate with your story. Because many of us, maybe, I'm not saying always, maybe many of us before joining Supply told us that we doesn't have money, or I will think about it, all this kind of excuses we used to give, right? So what you can do is that I used to tell the story with my prospect, where whenever people tell me that I doesn't have time, right? Or I doesn't have money, or I will think about it, I will tell a story why it is very important for me to join in network marketing business. And this will create an urgency. All right. Now, when you already know what are the story that can relate on, then you can go for reframing the price objection. Of course, whenever people heard about $1,000, it is a huge money for them to invest. So it is our job to reduce that objections. You have to compress and make it as a small objection. So in order for you to do that, just reframe it. If anyone says $1,000 is the big, huge money, tell them totally understand. Use the word totally understand. But you know what? I used to feel that way. Exactly how you're feeling it. $1,000 is a huge money for me to invest. But here's what I found. $1,000 money is huge because I doesn't have that much of money in my bank account. But imagine this. You have $1 billion in your bank account. Would you be considered to join? They say yes. Because they doesn't get the idea yet. So what do you have to give them an idea? Which is lead to point number 6. Follow up with the open-ended question. This is the important part. This is most important. Now, there is a saying that in psychology, the person who asking the questions are handling the conversation, are controlling, or maybe I can say dominant, the dominant person who in a conversation. So just don't let the prospect to ask most of the questions. It's like they handling all the conversation. So just take it back, which is why I will explain open-ended questions. So what are the questions that you can ask, which is why I'm going to share with you 4 of the questions to get a higher sales as well, in order for you to handle the object in a better way, in a professional way. So ask your prospect to these questions. First thing first, do you have any concern around our product or composition plan? Now this will lead to a trust where the prospect will know that we are really considering about their point of view, right? Now the second thing, are there any obstacles that will stop you from buying? Because you know that many of the prospects will have in their mind, but they're not ready to share with you. So you can just ask them, help them to share. So you can just ask this question: are there any obstacles that stop you from buying now? If they say no, then you're good to go. You can join right now. Now, the third one, how confident you feel you see success from our business opportunity, which means in my phrase, what I will ask that, imagine you're taking this business opportunity. How do you see yourself in 3 years? I will ask them. And I ask this because there is one situation I handled in earlier, where one of the prospect, a girl who is working, of course, a woman who is working, and she loves to join in this business. So when I prospect them, when I do the presentation, I ask these questions: what is your dream? And that woman's reply as I have no dream. She literally say that I doesn't have any dream. But I respect that point of view. I respect that. So what I do, I rephrase the questions. So what I did was I asked, what is your favorite car? What is your favorite house? How do you see yourself in 3 years? Then she convenienced enough to answer me. So this is something you have to see. If the prospect is not convenient enough to share with you, then reframe the questions. All right. And the last one, you seem a little worried about something. What are your thoughts? Now, all these words and all the replies you had mentioned, the moment I asked what are the one thing you wish to say to prospect, remember the questions? And you can use this word. You can use this, the fourth of the questions. You seem a little bit worried about something. What is your thought? Is there anything it's concerning about? That's the exact word. My friends, all this idea I hope is very much useful for you, because objection handling is the most crucial part. If you didn't master it, I wouldn't say you won't gain skill, but there are some chaos will happen, because handling objection is what majorly people are quitting and giving up upon. Now, if you're the warrior, if you're the dominator, then what I wish you to do that, just utilize every of it. I can send you this slide, no problem at all, and you can just utilize as much as you want, my friend. Till then, thank you for listening to my session. Life is super. I see you in next coaching session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Darvina, for such a wonderful session. I think I gathered lots of information. As far as network marketing is concerned, we have to put in our mind that this business, rejection is normal. Rejection is normal. When people say no, we say next. We keep on looking for the people, because our job is to look for the people who are ready to join. That's our job. That's why we have to see more people. Go and be STP. See the people, see the people, see the people. Don't see the same people. See the people. Because 80% of the close, 80% of the sales came from follow-up. We have to follow up. One idea that struck me is the feel, felt, found formula. I've been using this. One prospect, I said, we have to agree with them. You say, oh, this multi-level marketing. I understand how you feel, because many people outside there have encountered multi-level business or network marketing. I understand how you feel. I felt the same thing. But after listening to Darvina's explanation, I found that Super Life is different. Come and join. Come and have a look. That's feel, felt, found formula. All right, thank you, Davina, for a wonderful presentation. There's so much information. I hope all of you enjoy. And the most important thing, once you got the idea, got the knowledge, apply knowledge is power. Go out on the field there and apply it. All right, thank you once again. Wow, wonderful. Super large. Like we super. Okay, next. Wow, the person is waiting to share with us about prospecting. As I mentioned earlier, prospecting is like breathing. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I pass to you, I present to you Mr. PRAKASHARUMUGAM to give us the explanation of the topic on prospecting. All right, so life is super, sir.
Super life is super. Audible, Ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, audible. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Darvina Ji. Thank you very much, Mr. Appon, for a wonderful opportunity for this session. Okay, it's really awesome. And Darvina, you rock it. You know, a lot of the tips really useful for me as well. And I believe almost like 47 souls are listening right now, probably about 50 or 60. All right, and most of them has been benefited. Probably all of them. Okay, if you pay enough attention to what Darvina has shared, yes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you can have all the tips and you can rock the world, right? Change your perspective, change your question. She did told you all that, right? Okay, actually the session is supposed to be prospecting first, then only you go to handling the objection. But you have seen a movies, right? Normally they will show you some trailers and some actions, then you come to the beginning of the story. Okay, so that's what we want to create here. So that's why purposely we put objection handling first. So we already give you the powerful impact of how to fight back, how to have your bullets. You know, you go into the war, you don't have a bullet, you don't have a weapons, you can't fight, right? And it's important to have all your knowledge ready, prepared, because what Darvina has actually give you is really like you're in a war zone, you're facing with your client, prospect, right? So how are you going to shoot or everything? So she has given you. After my session, wait guys, because after my session, you're going to have a wonderful sharing from a top leader. Okay, actually myself and Darvina, even Appon and everybody, all of us, we are waiting eagerly to listen from this guy. Okay, because we want to have something really very, very outstanding. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my session now. All right, let me share my screen. Actually, I have shared this training about 2 weeks back. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it, right? Because I was talking to somebody today and they said repetition make it perfect. So I want to touch this topic again, and a lot of people has in fact actually asked me if I can repeat this same topic. Okay, so that's why I'm touching this topic again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me open my screen. All right, can you see my screen, Mr. Appon? Yeah, I can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
All right, that's yellow. I like this color. I love this color. It's a royal color. Okay, in Malaysia we call it a royal color. So that's why I choose this color, and I really admire this color very much because it's the color of a gold. It's color of rich. So that's why I'm choosing this color. For those who are new, who don't know me, right, who have never seen me, let me introduce myself. I'm PRAKASHARUMUGAMJI. And the topic today I'm going to talk is about prospecting. Okay, understanding prospecting. Okay, you got to understand what is prospecting is 9 key points. I'll give you one by one. All right. For newcomers, I started my journey in Superlife in 2018. I came as a consumer of this product, and I consumed this product, and it was awesome. And then I say, why not look into this business seriously? And I've been doing some network and direct selling, all this since I was like 17 and 18 years old, over like 20 years old in this industry. But I always don't get it right. What is prospecting? Okay, so a few weeks back I was looking into things and then trying to find out what is prospecting, and I got this wonderful tips which I'm going to share with you. All right, so welcome everybody for the weekly coaching session. This is how to do this business. All right, so what is prospecting? All right, actually prospecting is the first step in the sales process, which consists of identifying potential customer. All right, or prospect, the goal of prospecting is to develop the database of a likely customer, then systematically communicate with them in the hopes of converting them from potential customer into a current customer. So you're going to meet up strangers, you're going to meet up your friends, you're going to meet up guys on the road, guys on the coffee shop, okay, and you're going to convert them. They may look like a potential customer to you. So you're going to approach this guy, and then you're going to share your idea. Probably you're going to start, okay, hi sir, I mean, like, I have a wonderful product, I have a wonderful plan that I can share with you. Would you mind to talk to me, something like that? That is also prospecting. So you see an opportunity with this person, then you go and approach to them. Originally, this word prospector refers to an effort of individual to finding gold, all right, visually scanning creek beds and rock formations. When flecks of gold were spotted, the prospector would spend time shifting through dirt to find out valuable nuggets and flecks that were left behind when the dirt was washed away. Okay, that's what modern day sales prospectors do, shifting through large list of potential customers to try to uncover those who are interested and ready to buy. So all you got to do about prospecting, first thing, you got to write down all your contacts. That is your first level of prospecting. All your contacts, you write down all your contacts, you break them into a hot list and warm list and cold list and all that, okay? And you're gonna call them one after one. Just now we were hearing to Jimron, if you want to do something, why not do it massively? Why only talk to 2 or 3 people? Why only talk to 10 people? If you have the ability of talking to 50, make it double. If you have the ability to talk to 100, make it double. If you have the ability of talking to 1,000, make it double. Go massively, because when you go massively, you got a massive result. All right, so that's how you do a first level of prospecting. Identify who's your active list. Okay, why it is vital to prospecting in network marketing? Basically, that is the core thing that we do in network marketing. Okay, why we need to do this? Because the compensation plan in network marketing is such that network marketers earn not only your sales, your personal sales, but also from the sales brought by your sponsor, your downlines. Okay, that is all the compensation plan about. You all know how Superlife compensation plans works. If you're not sure, you got to go and look at our compensation plan. Okay, therefore the sponsor has a vested interest to see his sponsored networks perform well at every moment. You got to make sure those people you brought into this business also making their money, sufficient money, right? So when you help them to become rich, gradually you are helping yourself to become rich. So that is all it is about prospecting. Okay, network marketing is also known for relationship marketing or referral marketing. For a network marketer, the most important part of his business is recruiting new network marketers or prospects to ensure that they are able to earn well from the program. Remember that I said earlier, you have to make sure. See, your guys join because not of the company, but because of you, because he see the confidence in you, because he see the trust in you. We heard just now in a objection handling. People first thing, they don't believe in you. All right, but here they are joining you because they believe you, because they trust you, because they like the way you present, because they have confidence on you. That's why they join. So when they trust on you, you got to make sure all these people make their earnings in this particular compensation plan, be it any program, be it any plan. Okay, so that's why it's very, very essential to do a proper prospecting here. Okay, here are some of the tips that I'm going to show you on prospecting effectively. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, all you got to do, you got to take your paper and pen, paper and pencil or whatever, and write down all these tips, because these tips are going to be awesome tips. All right, so very important. Why talk about handling objective when you can do a right prospecting? Okay, go it in a right way, start it right, you're gonna end it perfectly right. So that's the whole idea here. First, shift your focus from yourself to your prospect. Put yourself in their shoes. You must have the idea of what your prospect is thinking of. Okay, this perhaps the most important step and calls for the basic change in the mindset. It has to be changed here. Every network marketer wants to earn and grow in business. All right, like we got about 60 over people right now in this session. The reason why are you here is to learn and to earn. Am I right? You want to earn and you want to learn and then you want to earn. You want to make an income. You want to change your life. You want to make a fortune. Okay, every network marketer want to earn this. However, while communicating with your prospect, you should completely forget about your earnings. Instead, you should only think of helping your prospect to earn for himself. Guys, so that's where you got to have a shift of your focus. You got to shift yourself to become your prospect. Imagine, remember when the first time your upline come and talks to you, you have so much of expectation from him. Your mind always say, what I'm going to earn from here? What am I going to earn from here? Okay, what I'm going to get out of this? So the same thing your prospect will be thinking. So you got to put yourself in their position and tell them all the benefit they're going to gain from this program, this wonderful program. Step number two, right? You got step number one. All right, this is step number two. You want to take a screenshot, take it now. Build a rapport. Like what Davina said, build a good, strong rapport. Go beyond. Building a rapport is a basic prospecting principle. If you fail this, everything is failed. The guys that join under you going to be your life partner. You're going to be your life business partner. You're going to be there forever. Okay, probably the program change, probably the business change, but this guy going to be stay with you forever, right? So build a very strong, good relationship. This opens up the prospect and establish a channel of communication. Present yourself as a friend and not as a salesman. See, when you go and approach a prospect, if you are very much on a money minded, actually the prospect can see in your eye the dollar signs. Okay, the moment they saw the dollar sign, he will think like, this guy coming and talking to me because he want to make some money out of me. So you got to change this idea, all right? Don't go and meet up your prospect. In fact, when you leave your house itself, you have to have this idea that you're going to present this a wonderful opportunity which you're going to help this person to change his life. Like how you see the things, you have to make sure he see the right things. Always interactive. Okay, always interactive. The more you help others, this industry rewards you accordingly. Okay, if you work on the other way, that you want to earn everything, you want to taker, don't become a taker, be a giver. The more you give into this industry, uniquely, this industry rewards accordingly. Okay, everybody can watch for that. Those people who have made in the network marketing industry can watch for that. Okay, whenever they give, they always get back in return. The moment they spend about $10 or $20 or $100, the prospect's benefit, it always comes back in a multi-fold. Okay, so it always works in that way. That's number two. Tips number three, ladies and gentlemen, understand what motivates the prospect. Why he need to be there, why he have to listen to you, why? All right. So this is a very crucial thing. Any prospect will be inclined to join network marketing business only in the hope of meeting his unfulfilled desire. Remember what Davina covered just now. Ask your prospect what is their desire, what is their goal, what is their dream. Okay, sometimes they don't have a dream. Commonly, people don't have dream, they don't have goal, but they always have some desire. And here they are listening to you because they have some unfulfilled desire. All right, he may be looking for a financial security, additional income, probably income, freedom of a daily green, business ownership. Probably he will have a desire to help people. You know, those some rich guys also can be a prospect. Okay, don't underestimate, do not judge people that this guy will join me, this guy will not join me. Because the reason is that I was talking to one rich, really filthy rich guy, and he said, what you show me is a wonderful opportunity that I can lift up the life of people and also I can save people's life. He got a lot of money. He got plenty of money. but he wants to save people. He said, I can give people money, but I cannot give what you are giving, opportunity. I cannot give them what you are giving, saving a life. So do not underestimate, do not just judge people. Just talk to everybody. They might have this kind of desire, right? While communicating with your prospect, you should try to understand rather quickly what he is looking for, right? Identify that. Be a very good listener, okay? And also for what motivates him to join you, okay? Why he have to join you? Why? This question, ask yourself. When you focus on your prospect rather than your business, you are a better frame of mind to get this information, all right? When you change your mindset, when you put yourself there, when you focus on what he's saying, what he needs, what your prospect needs, then there's no objection. There is no objection. Then you won't go to the second step. This guy going to say like, wow, you got the point. I'm going to join. So that's tips number 3. And tips number 4, listen to your prospect. Remember that? Listen to your prospect. It is important to listen to the prospect in order to understand him or her, right? 80% of your time, let your prospect talk, or 60% of your time, let the prospect talk, all right? Let him vent out everything. See, the idea is for you to understand him, all right? Not to go there and you start your presentation for 1 hour, or half an hour, you just shoot him with all your bullets. This guy going to fold his hand and then look at you deep into your eyes and say, I'm not going to join. Very straightforward. But rather, give some time, let him talk, let him express, because you know about your marketing plan, you know about everything, okay? But you want to know, you want to understand your prospect. The best thing is to be a good listener, okay? Be a very patient person. As a general rule, you should allow your prospect to speak for more than 3/4 of the time. 3/4 of the time, okay? Ask open-ended questions. All right, suggested by Darvina just now. This is a way to encourage your prospect to speak. Without being offensive, you can ask open-ended questions to keep the interaction going on. What kind of open-ended question? Okay, such as why, what, where, when. Okay, we can ask this kind of questions. Okay, why do you think you need this particular box? Why do you think that you have to earn something? What you want to be and where you want to see yourself in the next 2 or 3 years. Okay, and after that, when do you think you want to start this? So this kind of open-ended question, the person can just say yes, no, okay, today, tomorrow, this kind of question. It's open up opportunity for your prospect to be very fluently talk to you. Okay, they will feel very involved, very communicative, right? Because this guy going to join under you. Remember, this guy can be a next crown diamond, next super crown ambassador. All right, so look at every single person that come under you as a crown diamond. You're going to earn 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, right? Imagine you have two of these guys on your left and on your right. So every prospect is like a diamond. Okay, that's why we call it prospecting, because it's a goal as well. Okay, number 6 tips: match expectation of your prospect to your offer. Right? So you got to see, there's 2 things. Okay, like what we call in economic terms, supply and demand. All right, so you got to match this. What you offer have to match with what is expectation here. Ask yourself honestly this question: can you offer be useful to satisfy the expectation of your prospect? I repeat, can you offer be used to satisfy the expectation of your prospect? If yes, then you may be on the right track. Okay, just show the prospect how your program going to help him. So you have to understand what his current situation for you to suggest this. Okay, and when you're suggesting this, people want to hear why I need this product. Okay, so you got to throw all your suggestions. Okay, you're not giving a solution, but you can throw a suggestion. Okay, like for example, a handphone dealer. All right, he will throw so many suggestions. Sir, you know why you have to buy this? Maybe you can use it for your business. Maybe you can buy for your daughter. Maybe you can buy for your wife. Maybe you can buy for a gift. maybe you're going for an occasion, a wedding, something, maybe you can give for that. So you're suggesting all your points, and probably that like click his mind. Oh yes, I have a wedding to attend, probably I can buy this. How much is this? See, so you got to give him a suggestion. Okay, so one of the suggestion might click his mind, and he said yes right away. Okay, that's tips number 6. And then it brought me to the tips number 7. Okay, prospect the decision, respect the decision of your prospect. All right, you're going there to give your sharing. All right, and in fact, for a matter of fact, all of us are new. We are not the founder of the company. We are a new member. We are just representing the company. All right, so do not put everything on his head, on his shoulder. You don't want to burden your prospect. Okay, so you want to make it a one-to-one conversation. It's like a friendly talk. Okay, so it is a sharing. The prospect will make the decision based on his reason. All right, he maybe really don't have money right now. Okay, but when you present it, when you respect his decision, he going to come back to you. Okay, so make decision on his reason, not yours. Okay, there is no point in trying to force your decision on him. No point. Okay, because eventually or right away he'll say no to you. Okay, so there's no point of forcing. Respect his decision, and you will remain a friends even if he doesn't join you immediately. There will be a time suddenly he'll call you. Okay, John, now I think I want to join you because I got somebody else coming and prospecting me, and you click my mind. I feel more comfortable with you, so I'll join. So this kind of thing happen in network marketing. So do not force, do not emphasize, do not push or do that things like that. Respect, mutually, and give a good handshake, take a selfie, send it to him. Build your rapport. Very important. Which brought me to the tips number 8. Build a credibility. Guys, you are doing a business. You are a business person. The first thing is about integrity. You have to be honest, very much honest, because people like to deal with honest people, not doubtful people. Whatever may be an outcome of your interaction with your prospect should develop faith in you and trust you. Okay, that you're going to help him in building his dream. Okay, so you got to be sincere. You got to be from your heart, not from your mind. And don't go there with all your dollar signs and all that. Okay, you're going there seriously, sincerely to change his life. You can just tell him, no problem, bro, you can come back to me later. Okay, keep in touch. This is a wonderful opportunity. All right, whenever you think like, yes, just call me, I'll be there for you. All right, and I'm gonna think, how am I going to help you to build your dream? Maybe you have a dream car, maybe you have a dream house, maybe you want to have a dream vacation, maybe you want to have a dream credit balance. Believe me, I have a wonderful plan to help you. And in this way, he feel the honesty. He really feel that he can trust you. So you build a credibility. Tips number 8. And tips number 9, the last one, the most important one. Well, everything is important, but this is really good one. Okay, contact the prospect frequently. All right, so many of us, when our prospects say no, they said it is no and never. All right, here, if a prospect is a non-committal, or even he says for the first time, it does not necessarily mean no. If he says no, it doesn't mean never. All right, probably now it's no, but he might change his mind. He may later decide to join you, provided you remain in contact with him. Sometimes people just delete the contact, delete the conversation, the call is deleted, everything happened. Maybe he lost his phone, but he terribly want to contact you, but you didn't make an attempt to reach him back. So keep in a contact, probably once a week or once in a month, once in a blue moon, you send him some message, how are you doing, and how is life, wish him a happy birthday, wish him greetings and all that. If you see some funny videos or if you see some great things, you can share this kind of things. Don't always talk on a business, okay, because this guy will suddenly like, you still have my number, you still remember me. Okay, and this is particularly true in digital marketing, where prospects are convinced enough to join the program only after being reached several times. Maybe first time attempt, no. Second time, no. Third time, no. 4, 5, 6. After 10 attempts, they say yes to you. I have personally, I've been talking to prospect for almost like a year or 2 years, and after that they join. So happened to me, so it can happen to you. So it's very important. Contact the prospect frequently. You know what will happen if you don't contact. Suddenly, I contact this guy, he will join under me. So keep your contacts, keep your prospect with you safely, because he is your diamond. When you dropped it, somebody will pick it up. Okay, there's so many of us are waiting to pick up diamonds, right? So keep your diamonds with yourself, right? And guys, I already give all the 9 tips, okay, but I'm going to give you a little tips, extra tips. Network marketing provides you one of the best opportunities, not only for massive earnings, but also for your personal development. I changed a lot. I was not like this 2 years back. Of course, I've been in this business for a very long time, but I can see a personal development. So it gives you a very good personal development. Change the way you deal with people, talk to people, see the way you're looking at your life, goal, dreams, and all this. Okay, your life is transformed, and you get the power to transform lives of other people. Okay, we those people are working in a company. We have experience of working, forever, always work. But now we are focusing on how to change life of people. So it's about humanitarian here. You get a deep satisfaction when you're able to give a chance another person a life-changing experience. This is very, very important, that you're going to have a sound sleep, you'll have a satisfaction, and even on a deathbed, you will feel like, I have done something really very good. I have made about 100 people become millionaires. I've changed the life of many mothers, many children. This is the satisfaction this network marketing can give you, and all you need is to develop a proper mindset, and you are on your way to your prosperity. Prosperity comes when you change your mindset. Think like a millionaire, think like a rich man, think and grow as rich person. All right, and there you have the clue to successful prospecting. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, focus on this. I hope all my tips are benefited. Okay, we're going to have another session, all right, on more details about prospecting coming soon. Just keep wait, and we will update on that. Meet you at the top. Happy prospecting. I'm PRAKASHARUMUGAM. Life is super with Super Life. Awesome day, awesome people. Let's celebrate life. Thank you very much, and I pass back the floor to our host, Mr. Appon.
Super life is super. Thank you, Prakashji, for such a wonderful presentation. Was so much information that I gathered, and I hope all of you have gathered this information and go out and practice. So, and he said, and never prejudge any prospect. Go out and follow up at least 6 times, because 6 until it stick in their mind. 6 until it stick in their mind, and when they said no mean next opportunity. And mean next opportunity. Never ever give up. Thank you, Prakash, for such a wonderful information. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time that we are waiting for to present to you the person who sold his laptop to join this business. All right, so wonderful. His topic will be becoming the person you want to be. Actually, we become what we think about. If anything, the man or mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. The me I see, the me I will be. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you one and only, Mr. Shamir. Over to you, sir. Super life is super.
Thank you. Life is super. Firstly, let me appreciate for this wonderful opportunity given to me to present, to share some of the issues that I know for sure that will help some of us to achieve some of our goals. Firstly, forgive me because I want to share my slides, because I need this presentation to be interactive. We need to be interacting each other. So, firstly, I have a question for you. I have a question for everyone, and I have a question for myself. Why don't we do the things that we know for sure are going to benefit us? Or why don't we become the person that we really want to be? Why? That's the question. Why don't we become the person that we really want to be? Fear, procrastination, fear, procrastination, because of self-doubt, Only 4 things. We have fear, procrastination, or only 3. Doubt, indecision, being indecisive, 4, lack of confidence, all right? Closed mind, All right. Thank you so much for everyone who has contributed to the idea. Fear, doubt, procrastination, low self-esteem, no lesson. Okay, all those things are some of the issues that affect us to become the person that we really want to become. But there is also another thing. I know maybe none of us has thought about it. Okay, imperfection, all right? That thing mostly is overlooked. Even some of us, we don't know that this particular thing is affecting us to achieve some of our goals. And this thing is what we call environment. Anyone who had that idea that environment is one of the things that is affecting us to become the person that we really want to become? Anyone who thought about environment? Yes, you are right, applying. Yeah. All right. Environment plays a greater role in shaping our behavior. You see, environment plays a greater role in shaping our behaviors, and our behaviors also play greater role in shaping who we really want to become, whether in our business. So we have environment. Environment will affect your behaviors, and your behaviors will affect your business. You see? So actually, each and every day, when each and every one of us wake up in the morning, we have a role that we play, and that role is a leader. We can have a plan, we can have a goal, that whether we have written it down, whether the goal is in our heads. But when we wake up each and every single day, we have a goal, and then you assume a role of a leader. You see? But in order for you to achieve those goals, your plans that you have put into place, you need also to have another role. And this role is being a follower. You need yourself, when you wake in the morning, you need yourself to be a leader as well as a follower or a doer. A leader gives instructions. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. That means each and every single day you wake up as a leader. You have a plan that you want to execute. But in order for you to execute that goal, in order for you to execute that plan, you need to assume another role as a what? I need to see the comment. You need to assume another role as what? As a follower. Thank you. As a follower or as a doer. You give yourself instructions. I need to achieve, for example, My daily goal is $200. I need to be earning $200 every single day. That's your plan. Now you are assuming your position, your role as a leader. You see, so you are a leader now. You need to execute now what you have planned. You need to assume another role as a follower. So, why environment plays a greater role in shaping our behaviors, and those behaviors as well affect, whether positively or negatively affect our business. Because energy can be positive energy and it can be negative energy. And energy is always transferable. You can't transfer positive energy from you to your friend or to your colleague, or your colleague can transfer his or her positive or negative energy to you. And that colleague is within environment. You see? Now, for example, let's take this prospecting as said by leader brother Prakash. Prospecting, or Davina talked about objection handling. You see for sure that for prospecting or following up is good to your business. But why you don't do that each and every single day? And you know that prospecting, following up, doing presentations, objection handling, all these activities will positively affect your business, but we don't do that. Why? Okay, now we have two things: what we want versus what we need. Need and want are two different things. Anyone who knows the difference between want and need? What's the difference between want and need? Anyone? Difference between want and need. Want is not necessary, right? Manda want long term, need short term. Okay. Actually, Brother Manda, you have done the opposite. What we want is for short-term gratification, and what we need is for long-term gratification. For example, playing with your friends, playing with your colleagues, and maybe playing football. Or if you are not, you don't play football as a professional. You just do it as a hobby, just for fun. That means playing football is a want for you. You want to play football. Yeah, it's good, but it's for short term. You see? Now, for example, prospecting. Let's take prospecting. Prospecting will give you long-term what? Long-term benefits. If you do prospect today, for example, maybe that particular individual will join you in 2 or 3 weeks to come. That means he or she will be a leader and will be building a business, and you will be benefiting from that. So you see, so in order for us to change the environment in which where we are, to make our environment, one, we need to make the environment productive. Once we make our environment productive, we need to make that environment as well encouraging. So we have a quadrant. I hope we know what a quadrant is. A quadrant is something like this. So we have at the top of the quadrant, we have what we want. What we want, these are what we call encouraging behaviors. Those behaviors that encourage us to do the things that we want to do. Then below that quadrant, below encouraging behavior, we have discouraging behaviors. So discouraging behaviors, these are behaviors that we don't want. I will repeat because this is a topic that is supposed to be well understood. We have a quadrant. At the top of the quadrant, we have encouraging behaviors. These are behaviors that we really want. Want, we said want is for short term, right? Then below the encouraging behaviors, we have discouraging behaviors, those behaviors that we don't want. Then to the right of the quadrant, we have productive behaviors. Productive behaviors, these are behaviors what we call what we need to do. I said encouraging behaviors, these are behaviors that we want for short term. Productive behaviors, these are behaviors that we need for long-term success. Then to the left, we have counterproductive behaviors. These are behaviors that we don't want and we don't need them. So each and every single day, we choose either to be one of these four quadrants. Quadrant number one, what we want, that those behaviors that we want and we need, that are encouraging and counter, and those behaviors that are productive as well as encouraging. First choice. You see, you can be in the first quadrant, the quadrant that is most encouraging and most productive. Encourage both for short term and long term. Then we have the second quadrant. We don't want that thing, but we need it. We don't want, for example, objection. That leader Davina tackled. Objection handling. We don't want objections. Anyone who wants objections in his or her business, I know objection equals to money, but we don't really want objections. Right? So, objection handling. We don't want objections, but we need those objections because those objections will shape us to be the person we need to be. Then we have the third quadrant. Third quadrant is counterproductive as well as discouraging. We don't want that behavior and we don't need that behavior. Counterproductive as well as discouraging. Can anyone give me one example of a counterproductive as well as discouraging activity that we do but in our business? Discouraging as well as counterproductive. Anyone? Anyone? So you can even forget this. Procrastination, yes. Social media, not really. Social media can be somehow productive but discouraging. Not following up on prospects, good. Not prospecting is discouraging as well as counterproductive. You see, if you don't prospect, we don't want that particular behavior, maybe to some. The example that you have given here, social media. Social media, we use social media to prospect. Of course, it consumes some of the times, but it can be productive but discouraging, or somehow it can be counterproductive but encouraging. That's the quadrant number 4, the final quadrant, customer objections, right? We have encouraging. The last quadrant is encouraging but counterproductive. The best example is the social media that someone gave here. This is one of the reasons that why we really don't become the person that we really want to be. So it's environment. Now, let's look around our friends. What are we doing with our friends? For example, when you wake up in the morning, maybe you start prospecting and you meet your friend, someone who is not doing super life business, and he or she tells you, let's go for swimming, let's go for, to play football, let's go to watch movies, or let's do this. You see, that particular individual is within your environment, and that particular individual is going to affect or shape your behaviors, and those behaviors will reflect in your business. You see? So they say each and every business is the reflection of the owner. I hope most of the people, some of us, we have heard about this quote. Each and every business is a reflection of its owner. If you are doing activities that are counterproductive and discouraging, definitely your business is going to stop. It's going to stop. You won't benefit anything. So if we see you are not making money in super life, we really know that it's either you are doing activities that are counterproductive as well as discouraging. And we really know for sure that maybe the environment in which you are is affecting your behavior to be productive. So if it's affecting your behavior to be productive, definitely it's affecting your business in order for you also to earn money with Superlife, for example. So we need to really know the people, the environment in which we are. For example, sometimes it's possible we wake up in the morning, we have our goal, and we have put our plan into place. Those people who remember what we discussed last week, the issue about GPS, goals, plans, and systems. You have your goals and you have your plans. Then you wake up in the morning, you start prospecting, but you didn't anticipate, you didn't project that you can face a certain obstacle that will affect your business. Maybe, for example, if you are going to meet a prospect, you have made an appointment with a prospect that by 10 a.m. I'll meet you and do the presentation, but we didn't anticipate that as we are going to meet the prospect, our tire will go flat. That means we didn't anticipate that. So if we are going to meet, for example, our friends that are not in the business that we are, you need to have a proper anticipation. Okay, maybe this particular individual is going to say bad about my business, or is going to discourage me about this business. So you need to properly anticipate those behaviors. Then proper anticipation will lead you to B, which is avoidance. You will avoid comments from your colleagues. You will avoid even in social media. You post your business idea, your business opportunity. Some people will start mocking at you. So, but you, when posting when you were posting your business idea, you properly anticipated that some people would will make fun of me, or some people will talk bad comments about my business. So if you anticipated that, that means you come to point B. You will avoid those comments, you ignore them. But sometimes as well, there are some obstacles that you can't avoid. For example, if you are living in your house with your family, maybe your dad, maybe your mom, maybe your sisters, your brothers are discouraging you in that particular business. You can't say, okay, I'll avoid these people. Of course, if you have money, you can stay, you can go somewhere and stay. But if you can't manage, you stay with them, but you need to point C. Point C is adjustment. You need to adjust yourself. Okay, I know for sure my family and friends mock me about my business opportunity. They laugh at me. They shower me with bad comments about my business idea, but I can't avoid them, but I will need to adjust myself. You see? So in the process of changing your behavior, you need to have proper anticipation. Then you need to have to practice avoidance, then adjustments. But the most important thing is, I said each and every day when we wake up in the morning, one, we assume the first role that we assume is the role of a leader. We have a plan. We have a goal and a plan that we have put into place. We need to execute. Once you have written, you have jotted down those goals, your plans, now you are assuming your role as a leader. But in order for you to execute that plan, you need to assume the role as a doer or a leader. Now, the problem why we don't become the person that we really want to become is because we are superior planners, but inferior doers. I will repeat this statement. We are superior planners, but inferior doers. We can have a very good plan. We can have a goal. We can have a very good plan to achieving that particular goal. But if you can't do anything on that particular goal, if you can't assume the role as a follower or as a doer, you only assume the role of a leader. Always you are a leader. Each and every morning you wake up as a leader, you keep moving up to the evening. Until evening, you are still a leader. That means you will not achieve your goals. You are a leader in the morning. You have your goal, your plans. You have assumed the role of a leader. It's fine, it's done. Now you need to assume a role now as a follower or a doer. You need to execute what you have planned, what goals you have put into place, the plan you have put into place. So if you can always, each and every, the whole day, you assume the role as a leader within you, you want to achieve your goals. But if you assume your role as a doer or as a follower, you will take necessary steps in achieving your goals, in executing those plans that you want to do. Hopefully it's clear what I am explaining here. If I am confusing you, can someone put in the comments if confused? If you are confused, can put in the chat. I can repeat maybe a bit. Very crystal clear. Thank you so much. I will remind you about the 4 quadrants. The first quadrant, encouraging behavior, as well as what? As what? Encouraging as well as productive. The first quadrant is encouraging and productive. This is the most quadrant that each one of us we need to be. We need to do activities that are productive as well as encouraging. Then the second quadrant is what? Discouraging but productive. Discouraging but productive, prospecting, to some of us it's discouraging, but it's productive. Objection handling to most of us is discouraging, but it's productive. Making presentations to some of us is discouraging, but it's productive. That's quadrant number 2. Discouraging, but productive. Then we have quadrant number 3. Discouraging and counterproductive. Those activities that we do that are counterproductive as well as discouraging. Then finally, we have the final quadrant. This is encouraging activities, but counterproductive. Playing, for example, with your colleagues is encouraging, but counterproductive to your business. So each one of us, when we are in a particular environment, we need to make sure to know the quadrant in which we are. Am I in the quadrant where I am, where the environment or the environment is productive and encouraging, or productive or discouraging? So each and every single day, we need to be focusing on these 4 quadrants. Finally, I need to explain the wheel of change. If you need to change to be in quadrant number 1, productive as well as encouraging quadrant, what you need to do, you need to do these 4 things that I am going to mention here. The first thing that you need to do is creating. You need to create, or you need to do activities that are beneficial to you in your business. You see, if you are not prospecting, you need to be prospecting each and every single day. If you don't handle objections, once a prospect showers you with an objection, you leave that particular prospect. No, you need to start creating. You need to do what? You need to start creating an environment where you'll be productive. You need to, first thing is creating. If you are not prospecting, starting from today, you need to start prospecting. That's creating. If you are not making presentations, starting from today, start making presentations. If you are not handling objections, starting from today, start handling objections. The wheel of change number 1 is creating. Then preserving. Preserving, maybe some of us, we are already prospecting. We are already doing presentations. We are already handling objections. And those activities are beneficial to our business. We need to preserve them. We need to keep them. We need to keep on doing them. Don't stop. I hope you are getting me clearly. First thing, you need to create activities that we are not doing that are productive to our business. Second thing, you need to preserve those activities that you have been doing in the past that are productive to your business. Wheel of change number 2. Then number 3, elimination. You need to start eliminating those activities that are counterproductive to your business. Playing with your colleagues, who always give you bad comments about your business, who mock you each and every single day, who showers you, those friends who shower you with bad comments on social media, or your family and friends that give you bad comments about your business, you need to start eliminating them. Don't associate with them. You see, you remember the anticipation, avoidance, and adjustment. I have, of course, explained about that. So you need to eliminate those friends that you know, these friends are not productive. This is not only about friends. What I am talking here is not only about friends. Even we are talking here about the environment. Your friend is one of the components in the environment. maybe a place even where you do prospecting. If it's counterproductive, you need to eliminate. You see? Then finally, we need to accept. I have said about this, family and friends. Your family are showering you with bad comments, etc. I said you can't avoid them. You can just accept them and adjust. So these are 4 wheels of change. First is what? Creating. Second is preserving. Then third we have eliminating, and fourth we have accepting. Finally, I know most of us, we are doing activities that are counterproductive to our business, and we keep on doing them. We don't eliminate them, we keep on doing. And most of us, we fear rejections. Rejection rocket is one of the, I don't know how I can put it in, but the objection is one of the things that is making most of distributors not to be successful or not reach their goals that they have put into place. Rejection. You fear, if I go and prospect that person, if he says no, so what? If he says no, or if he says yes, so what? If he says yes, it's okay. If he says no, move on to another prospect. I remember this through the book Fanatical Prospecting. If you have ever read about this book, Fanatical Prospecting, there's this rule, SW, right? You can write it in your books, if you have somewhere to write. SW, 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 SW. This means that when you go prospecting, some will say yes, some will not. You see? So what? Someone else is still waiting. If you fear rejections, just know that some will say yes, some will say no. So what? Someone is waiting. SW, 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 SW. Some will not. So what? Someone is waiting. So guys, I have shared you some of the few tips. If we can take these tips seriously, we will see change, because environment plays a greater role in shaping our behaviors, and those behaviors play a greater role in shaping our business. I have already said that each and every business is a reflection of its owner. If we see your business going down, we know that the problem is you. You see? So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. You were a wonderful audience. Thank you. Thank you. Life is super.
Super life is super. Thank you, Shamir, for such a wonderful sharing. Wow. Speechless. A lot of information, yeah. Start from the environment. Actually, when we are designed to design, when we can create our environment, right? Because we depend on what book we read and what type of people we mix. These are the two factors that make us who we are, and then from there we create our behavior, and that affect our business. Thank you for the quadrant that you mentioned. It's wonderful. Yeah, and then every morning when we wake up, we become two roles. We become a leader or follower, or in other words, we can say we become an employer or employee. We become the boss, or right. These two roles that we play every day. So these are the things that take my mind.
Yes.
This actually correct. As a boss give instruction. As a worker, you got to do it. That's two roles that we have in our mind every day. All right. Thank you so much for that. And then we have to the wheel of change. We have to create it. You have to preserve. you have to eliminate and accept it. You know, SW, 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 SW. You know, some will, some won't. So what? Someone is waiting. Exactly. All right. All of us go out there and practice whatever we gain today. And I believe, and I know that all this information that we gain today will definitely make us a better person. All right. In the next few days, not next month. You know, next few days. Start itself tonight. All right. Because tomorrow start tonight. Okay. Thank you so much, Samet, for such a wonderful sharing. I know I have no words to say. Thank you. That's all. Wow. You become what you think about. You become the person you want to be. The me I see the me, I will be. You decide what a person you want to be. Thank you very much once again, Shamir. I believe all of us enjoy your session, you know, and thank you very much. Okay, super life is super. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, now we are waiting for one and only our coach, Dr. Maha. Are you ready?
Yes, upon.
Okay, over to you, sir. Super life is super.
All right, super life is super. Good day to you. And I just reached home from our road trip to Penang. Yeah, and I like to congratulate the team for organizing. Prakash, the head of the team, SLWC Gladiators, Mr. Apon, Darvina, you all are doing a good job, and I've been listening to all of you, and it was excellent. Today is a how to do session. So how to do is equally as important to why to do. And I like Samir. Samir's sharing is awesome. You know, Samir, how young are you, Samir?
I am 28.
28 years old. Fantastic. You got a fantastic future ahead. And what you shared, that environment is very powerful. I call it AAA. Banks have AAA. We also need AAA to succeed in life. The first A is atmosphere. Your atmosphere decides your attitude. If your atmosphere is right, your attitude will be right. And if your attitude is right, your action will be right. So AAA. So not only banks have AAAs, we need AAA to succeed. So you have shared that very well. And everything is all about knowledge, guys. Look at the word now, KNOW. If you want to be excellent in prospecting now, then you need the knowledge for that. If you want to be an expert in handling objections, what Darvina said, you need the knowledge for that now. If you want to be an expert in prospecting, you need knowledge now. So the word now means knowledge now. See, many of us, we are not able to excel in what we are doing because we don't have the knowledge in the given moment of now. If you see a prospect in the leaf, you see a prospect somewhere, you cannot say, wait a minute, I have to go and learn first, let me come back. You can't do that. We must be like the Scouts slogan. Scouts, they say, always be prepared. And I always believe that you have to prepare yourself. I am 60 years old, 38 is in the industry. For me, prospecting is like my breath. Everywhere I go, I prospect. Yesterday, we all were having these sessions. We went to Penang for a road trip, and then with the core group, and then they said, okay, let's go for a team management exercise in Escape or one place. And while being there, we learned a lot on team building, how to handle crises and everything. And for me, because I was prepared at a young age as a scout, and then I've never gone to all those obstacle challenges before. I'm a team building trainer. I do training indoor, but there are people out there will be external guys who will be doing that. All the flying fox, everything, I'll look at it, but I've never tried. But yesterday I tried. At 60 years old, I was able to go up there. But all those knowledges I had in my brain cells that I learned, that I participated as in scouts and all that gave me the power yesterday to do, just like a young man. So every knowledge that you put in your brain cells will never die, guys, unless you go stroke. So knowledge is very important. So I thank every one of you present here, the 60 of you present here for that knowledge. And what I'm going to share today, very quick one, you have the knowledge, you have the skills. You see, you want cash in life, you need KASH. Okay, you have to spell cash as in German spelling, KASH. You need knowledge, you need the attitude, you need the skills, and you need the habit. That will give you the cash for life, KASH. My earlier days trainings prior to 2019 from 2011 to 2017, I always teach about cash in insurance, network marketing. I even teach for corporate, private, and all that. But for me, that is an old way. That's a very old way of doing things now, because everyone here coming for this training, you want the knowledge. So you want the knowledge, you have some knowledge, you have got the knowledge a little bit here, a little bit there. So there's no such thing you don't have knowledge. Everyone in this room have the attitude. Otherwise, you won't take this time to spend your time to come in front of your phone to listen to us. So as long as you silence your mind and you listen, then the soul will know what to do. So you have the right attitude. What about skills? You may be new in the business, you may have other skills. As a mother, you have motherly skills. As a child, you have child skills. As a doctor, you have doctor skills. There are so many skills you would have got. As a singer, dancer, so many things. Maybe you're a banker. There's no such thing that you got no skills. You only need to acquire the successful skills of a super life successful person. That's all. Don't say I got no skills. You got skills, lots of skills. Allow you outside in the dark, you will know how to come out. You have that enough skills. Then the last one is habit. All of us got habit. There's no such thing as we don't have habit. It's either we have successful habit or we don't have successful habit. That's all. So we are coming here every Friday to come into the winner's circle of life. The winner's circle of life. You may be outside the winner's circle. You just have to come into the step into the winner's circle. When you are outside the winner's circle, life can be very painful. Life can be not within your control. But if you come in the winner's circle, then you realize that I am the source, I am the cause. I like what Samir said. I want to remember that. Remember, Samir, can you please tell me that? How does a person and a business relate? Can you please repeat that quotation you made? You made one statement. How the business is, how the person is, but you made it a better English. Can you tell me that?
Yeah. I said every business is a reflection of the owner.
Yes, that's a very powerful statement. Every business is a reflection of the owner. What is reflection? When I see at my face on the water, what I have is that what I will see. I cannot see anything else. Every relationship you have in your life is a reflection of the owner. Everything that's happening is a reflection of yourself. Opportunity, we come to business for opportunity because we got a lot of opposing energy which gives worse reflection. We cannot see our reflection. Then we tune ourselves so that we can get better frequency to get the reflection. How do we tune ourselves? We get unity of body, mind, and soul. When you get a better body, mind, and soul unity, then you'll be tuned very well. Then there won't be opposing energy. Your frequency will be right. Your reflection will be right. So the me I see, the me I be. The me I see, the me I be. What you see inside of you is what you will attract in life. If there is a law of attraction, that's the law, guys. Okay? Blame game is a dumb game. If you don't invoke the flame in you. If there is no flame in you, you look at the word flame. You take away the F, you'll be lame. What is the F? You put a B, you'll be a blame. You take away F and B, then you'll be a lame. So you can either be a lame in life, or you can keep blaming in life, or you fire yourself to become a flame in life. So what is the fire that you need? Most of us are looking for somebody outside to give us the fire. If you're waiting for someone outside to give you the fire, that's called excitement. Excitement never lasts long, guys. Excitement never lasts long. What is fire? Firm in real energy. F-I-R-E. Prakash, you can write this. Firm in real energy. Once you are firm in real energy, the fire can burn in any moment, anyhow. That firm in real energy fire is called enthusiasm. Enthos. God within. God within. There is a God within energy in all of us. The Greek call it enthos. E-N-T-H-E-O-S. That enthos became enthuse. Enthusiasm. I am so enthusiastic. Means that my joy is coming from within me. I'm so excited. The joy is coming from outside factor, not my internal factor. That is the difference. You can be excited about Superlife, but that excitement never lasts long. You can be enthusiastic about Superlife. That can be forever and ever. When I came to Superlife, I got excitement from outside in, but for me to get the enthusiasm, then I have to study it inside out. So I studied the product so well because I'm a product-based person. I will never touch a plan like this or system like this if there's no product. So I spend a lot of time to learn the product myself. So today I'm not a medical doctor, but I studied every angle how this product can help me because I'm the one going to consume it. So at 55 when I came, I wanted to be young at 60. So obviously I want that to be anti-aging, longevity and youngevity. Now they call it youngevity, no more longevity. You can live long, but are you going to live long on bed? Are you going to live long with pain or are you going to live long with gain? I was in Penang. I saw my old friend there. Then I told a friend, I'm going to give you a retirement plan. You are 45 now. Let's create a retirement plan for you. At 60, you can either be sorrowful with life or you can be depending on your children or you can be now depending on what we are going to give you now. I call this a very powerful entrepreneurship plan. Any retirement plan, any government retirement plan or any private sector a gratitude plan, the income you are going to get, whether it's EPF, we call it in Malaysia EPF, Employment Provident Fund. Okay, in Singapore, they got another name. Everyone will get some provident fund. All those are not dynamic income. They are static. You get that amount, that's it. Many people, as fast as they get, that fast they will finish. Because as long as you got ATM, you will get a lot of holes, guys. You know, I got a guy from Singapore who was one speaker, very powerful speaker. He said, why we cannot save money? Because of ATM. As long as you got ATM, you got holes. You put it up and it's going down because you can go and easily tinkle from ATM. So he said the day I decided to save my money, I destroyed my ATM. So that even I have tendency, I find it so difficult to go and get the money out. As long as you have ATM and you have money in the bank, that's not savings, guys. Because the ATM is a leakage. So who decides that the leaking is you because every time you're easy way out, money comes out. So what I'm trying to say now, best if you are a person now 30s, 40s, 50s, it's best for you to no more such thing as retire young. Retire young. There's no such thing as retire young, guys. All those guys who plan to retire young, including me, they are still working at 60. There's no such thing as retiring young. If you retire young and then you got all the money, let's suppose you got the money at 18, 20 and then money that not supposed to get at that time, that money can be a devil for you. Why? Because you'll be thinking about that money and then you'll be enjoying the money. Your creativity power will go away. The idea of creating new money will go away. Then you will have devil sitting in the empty mind. You will have devil sitting in the empty mind. Never let yourself to become dull, guys, any moment. Never get bored. You always have to have challenges. Robert Kiyosaki said, anybody below 30, they should not look into any opportunity for money. If they get, excellent, but never look for anything for money. What you should do, you should learn and learn and learn and learn. When you learn in the known hours, success will come to you in the unknown hours. When you learn in the known hours, success will come to you in the unknown hours. Learning is something that is never ending. At 60, I'm still learning. Michelangelo at 82 was still learning. So at 82, he said, I'm still learning. So if Michelangelo can still learn, why shouldn't I and you? So whether you're 18 or 81, whether you're 60 or 6, we have to learn, guys, because things are changing so fast. So what I'm going to give as a take home today, with all of them gave what they gave, everything you have, knowledge you will have, attitude you'll have, skills you have. Like Samir is a graduate who came out from university and straight away came here. I salute him for that because he came into the world at the right time, at the right place. Now, not everybody is lucky because too much of education in you can be also the main thing that can stop you from excelling. So how do we do this now? What's happening in the world now? I'm going to talk about the current thing that's happening in the world. Things are going at the speed of light, guys, at the speed of light. When we started Superlife in 2017, SLWC Global System, we said, system means save yourself time, energy, money. So we said speed is the new currency of business. At that time, speed was the new currency of business. Today, what's happening? Speed is going even faster than light. Speed has set on light now. Time is set on like now. January started, February came, now you're already in March. Before you know, April, May, June, 2022 will be gone like that. It's happening nanoseconds, guys. So how do we handle this now? And because change is happening so fast, and most of the work is being done by artificial intelligence, so we intelligent guys are going to have a lot of crises because we are not going to do all the work. So today is not about how clever you are, how smart you are, whether you're a super duper leader, nothing to do with leadership now, guys. It has to do with crisis management. Crisis management is the most important thing now. So SLWC 2022 is all about CMP and BCP. What is CMP? You can see the first circle is Crisis Management Plan, and the second circle is called Business Continuity Plan. Your business, however great your business is, whether your business is your supply business or any business, conventional business, whatever business, you are going to be affected by crisis, and crisis is going to come continuously, and there's no stop on crisis. I was just listening to radio while I was coming back. They said another variant of Corona has come, and it's actually spreading from US. They call it B2 at the moment now. They haven't given a name. So that variant is coming from that, and they are trying to handle that. So we don't know. Variants are coming from various places. So we have to be prepared for crisis, guys. And I'm going to talk about how to manage crisis shortly. So SLWC 2022 is no more about wealth creation alone. You can create wealth anywhere now. Now the fastest way to create wealth is online, and there are so many ways to get not only supply. So many new companies are going to come. You see, I'm one person. I never compare myself with any company. Even a few days ago, someone was approaching me, and somebody wanted me to guide them, coach them. I said, no, I'm very deep into supply, and this is my final destination. Every day, there's going to be new companies coming up. Now, if you don't focus yourself, you will go into a crisis, whether I should do this or whether I should do that. Never do that. So focus means follow one course until success. Follow one course until success. Focus in our business means follow one company until success. If you go too many this thing, you will never settle down, guys. There's an old saying, very old saying, rolling stones gather no moss. And in our system, in 38 years I'm here, we call those guys who jump from company to company, we call them jumpers. So you want to be a jumper like the movie, you can do that. But jumpers will never go anywhere, guys. You have to, some places you learn, some places you burn, some places you learn. But today, Superlife has shown people around the world that in a short period of time, anyone can come in, anyone can learn, anyone can win. And housewives, single mothers, and then students, teachers, anyone can come in and win. And that's the power of the system, guys. So Superlife Wealth Creation is SLWC. It's a simple business for simple people who want to be crisis managers of life. Those days, crisis only comes to huge companies. Crisis only comes to big rich people. Today, crisis doesn't care your age, doesn't care your wage, doesn't care whether you're enraged, doesn't care whether you're Christian, Hindu, Muslim, doesn't really care race, religion, doesn't care whether you're in Nigeria, India, anywhere. Everybody in the world is got crisis now. So see not the race, be not in race. Embrace grace. And that's what we need to do, guys. Fight till you feel your light. That's the light I was talking about, fire. Firm in real energy. Teach others how you are doing it. Learn, teach, and duplicate. That's what our system is. And that is what network marketing system originally was, is, and will be. I repeat, that was what network marketing system was, is, and will be. There's no other secret. Learn yourself first. Learn who you are. If you don't sell yourself to yourself, you cannot sell yourself to anybody. In this business, it's not about you selling the person. In this business, it's about that person buying you. If you don't buy yourself, how will that person buy you? If I don't buy the person in the mirror, then nobody will buy me. So like what Samir said, is a reflection of the owner. So you are the owner of your own life, and this owner got this opportunity, and the opportunity came to you because you can do it. Otherwise, the opportunity will never come to you, guys. It will never come to you. So remember, your creator, whoever the creator you may be, whatever relationship you have, however you call it, that's your personal relationship. That creator, the caring, compassionate one, will never shoulder you something you never give you something that you cannot shoulder. Remember that. So you are the right person for the right thing. You have to realize that you are the right person. So crisis will happen. Crisis management plan, the BCP is the business continuity plan. So for me, I never rely on personalities for the business. I always rely on system. Personalities can come and personalities can go. Today, the one who starts with you, there's no rule that says that they must finish with you. I repeat, the one who starts with you, there's no rule that says that they must finish with you. System doesn't care personalities. So do not care for personalities, guys. Care for your system and make sure your system works. And we have proven now, the last 4 years, SLWC Global System works. SLWC Global System doesn't belong to Dr. Maha. He just packaged it because it belongs to Mr. Ken and the 4 people who created the company. In that package, we got wealth creation of products that can help take care of your health and take care of your wealth, take care of your learning, your cash formula, and then take care of your friends. Because at 60 like me, what I want is genuine true friends can be friends for me forever. And that genuine true friends will come from this system. Samir, I never seen him, I've never touched him, I never hugged him, but Samir is like more than a friend. So today you don't have to see a soul to feel the soul. I repeat, you don't have to see the soul to feel the soul. The word see here means not the seeing in Zoom, but seeing in the room. So I can feel the soul from anywhere I want. Okay, so that is the beauty. And so many people, I've not met Betty before. I've not even met Pastor Ellen for the last four years with us. So many people I've not met Benson from Papua New Guinea. I've not met Yasi. I've not met all of them. Those people who met, sometimes we meet them often is also no good because we take people for granted. Okay, the BCP incorporates all hazards. We are in a very powerful era where hazards are going to be a normal thing. The hazards are going to be no hazards or hazards. You know, whether you say potato or potato is the same. The British and American confuse us with the language because they are competing with each other. So whether it's a tomato or tomato is the same. So hazards will be there. It's all will be human caused events. Most of our problems you see will be someone you close to you will cause a problem. So human caused events or technological issues or natural hazards. And when Obama was in power, Obama said the era now is so difficult. It's not, you cannot compare this era now with Abraham Lincoln. You cannot compare this era now with even the time of Ferdinand, the President John Kennedy and myself. You cannot compare. He said, why? He said, when we are now discussing policy in the parliament, what we are discussing as policy is leaking through social media and reaching the public before even we can make any decision on that. So how can we make a decision? The speed of information is faster than the information being made. And that is the problem even top level people are having. What about you and I? So we are in a time where information is moving so fast, guys. So we have to prepare ourselves for that. How do we prepare ourselves for that? So I'm going to quickly cover this before I end. What you need to do is you have to define what crisis is. You see, I don't have to prepare all this now. Everything is in Google now. Everything is there. So I want to think something. I go to right place, right time. I get the right thing for me to share. Definition of crisis. Crisis is generally unexpected company-related event of a nature or magnitude that meets off all of the following conditions. You see, normally it was company-related event. Earlier, I was talking to someone this morning. I had a 6:30 meeting with Devraj, the young guy who's now rocking in the north. And one of the main reasons I went there just to feel him and be with him. And Devraj said wanted to meet me yesterday whole day because we were all busy. So I said, come 6:30 in the morning. So 6:30 he came, I was with him and one more leader. We had some time together. And I told him, what is company? Coming of many. Coming, COM is coming. ANY is short for many. Coming of many for common purpose. That's why we call it company. A company of people. Only friends who are close to each other, they come together to a pub because they got a purpose to spend time in the pub or the bar. A company of people go to the church together and they come there because they want to have some time with God or mosque or this thing. So company means coming of many for a common purpose. Superlife is company that started with the 4 of them in the same day. And today that purpose is spread around to us. And this company does, many people say Superlife is a different company, I'm a different company. Some people say company is having problem, why should I worry about a company? Guys, that's the wrong attitude. Today, this world, everybody is interconnected. The speed of connection is most powerful. And in network marketing, every dollar company is not creating, you and I creating. You must understand. And the dollar I create, 70 cents is mine, 30 cents I give the company to manage the company for me. So that company is my company. You incorporation means you incorporated the system when you joined, and you took the membership from the company, and you want to make sure the company grows bigger. Those of us who have brought the company to this far, we benefited from the company because we contributed to make the company what it is. Are you going to come with us to bring down the company? Are you going to expand the company? How are we going to expand the company? Not sitting in positions, but expanding with passion. Every position you come is given to you so that you can go down and bring more people up. That's the thing. And what do you do? Care until they need the care. If they don't, they don't need the care, just let go their hand, look for people who need the care. And so during this time, crisis is bound to happen because things are moving faster than light and interrupts normal operations or conduct of business. Superlife itself disrupted the whole normal network marketing business, guys. So if something disrupts Superlife, so we shouldn't be surprised. And things are moving so fast. What disrupted Superlife business? Corona, COVID-19, pandemic, call it what you may. It just really disrupted what? Is it for the good or for the bad? Thank God we saw it the right way, and then we saw a big way. So today I can ask Samir to communicate with us from there as though he's sitting in front of us and giving the classroom. We wouldn't have known this if we had not had pandemic. And that pandemic became an academic for us to learn from each other. And I know I saw Samir speaking. I said, this guy is a fantastic presenter, trainer, and we should capitalize and maximize on him and make the world know about him. And that's why I told Prakash, okay, try for this person. If person says no, get him straight away. And today we can do that because of Zoom. Nanoseconds we can call somebody to come and share with us. So it's not just Dr. Maha alone, or not Mohan alone, not Nitya alone, or Vimalan alone. No, everyone can share and combine together. And you come here to give. Don't come here to take only. First you take, but once you're growing in the level, even if somebody don't come and ask you to share, can I do this? Volunteer yourself. Volunteer is the most important thing, guys. So interrupts normal operation or conduct of business, requires an immediate coordinated response. This morning somebody started my life with a crisis. So I don't run away from crisis. I'm a crisis manager. So I ended a crisis, and evening the crisis was solved, and the person said it was such a small problem, anyone could have solved it. So people can cry about a crisis, or you can do something about a crisis. May require decision making at the higher management levels. So the cry came to us because they need higher management level. Every one of us are high management levels, guys. Why? Because this is your business. Your problem should stop at you. So you should say the buck stops at my table. That's why one of the presidents of US said, the buck stops here. I don't pass the buck to anybody. So you must be a leader who can carry the responsibility and ensure how best you can to stop the buck at the space. So has the potential to quickly focus extensive news media and public attention on the company. You see, crisis can end up this. A good company, flying company can one day go down because of media also. So we have to ensure that we shouldn't contribute to the negativity of our own company. Guys, very, very important. Never curse, because your purse can never become rich if you curse. You keep on cursing. Curse and purse has got one word there. So never curse anything, anybody, if you want your purse to be full. Okay? Never condemn the very company that's providing the income, guys. There's a Chinese saying, I always believe in that Chinese saying, when you're drinking water at the tap, always remember where the source of water is coming from. Always have attitude of gratitude for the guy who sponsored you, the founder, and the money that's coming for you. However million you're making now. Some people never seen cars in their life. Some people never ever seen 16 years, 17 years, never seen benefit from this company. And one small crisis, they condemn the company, condemn the founder, condemn the leaders, condemn everybody. Guys, the more you condemn, the more you'll be condemned. So never ever do that. Never participate in such attitudes. So how do you handle this? Is if you are not sure if an emergency at your site is a crisis, treat it as a crisis. So everything that happens today is a crisis. Because Carl Jung says, for order to happen, crisis must happen. So we call it crisis syndrome. The whole world is running on a crisis syndrome, guys. Can you remember a day there was no crisis in the world? Either one plane will fall somewhere, one war will happen somewhere, one tsunami will happen somewhere. Every day there's crisis war. So if the crisis is happening in Ukraine, that is their problem, they are handling it. There are leaders already appointed by the creator, everybody to handle it. Why are you carrying that problem and putting in your house? You're supposed to do something and bring food for the house. And if you talk about that crisis, that crisis will now run in your mind, and you won't be able to perform as a breadwinner for your family. So why carry all the other crises in your WhatsApp and put into your district? Never ever entertain too many videos, too many distinct from your WhatsApp, guys. Okay. Now, before I go, the last one I want to share with you. You see, crisis can come from a trigger. A trigger, elements of crisis. Every crisis has a trigger. An unexpected event may alter how people view your organization. Remember, you may be a white clean sheet for someone. One small black dot comes, they never see the white sheet, they will only see the black dot. But you remember that black dot also is happening because something good is coming. So there's a saying, if you want to be a leader who want to make everybody feel happy, then go and sell ice cream. So they say the best way to make everybody happy is sell ice cream. In our business, it's all about leadership. Sometimes you have to give hurt, sometimes you have to do something so that you can have bigger things to come. And this black spot can come not because of us, but something outside. Why should we worry about that? Logistics, now today, everywhere in the world, products are finding difficult to reach anywhere. Any company you go, they are having a problem. But I must thank all those guys in logistics, from India to even Africa to Papua New Guinea, guys who are fighting and struggling to send the products to reach your house. So when the product comes, thank the person. Product is not coming, pray for the person. No, instead of you saying, oh, why is not coming? This guy's fault, that guy's fault, guys. Enough of that. One finger you point, three fingers are pointing back at us. Remember what is this? Samir said, the business is a reflection of the owner. Everything that's happening is your own reflection. Okay, change inside, everything will be okay. So a threat, human life may be in peril, property or environment may be at risk, the company may experience loss, or the company's image may be compromised. This threat also can happen to anyone. Recently, we had a very big threat in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where we were almost one entire township would have gone underwater. But people came together to support each other. The government least expected, they're the ones who came and supported each one. So you see, a threat can come any form, COVID-19, or any form. An uncontrolled situation, the event must involve turbulent circumstances that may make the situation beyond management's control for some time. Initially, pandemic was beyond the management's control, beyond most of us control. What I did, I saw this happening, I sat down, I prayed, sat down, prayed. Today, when we pray, people are laughing. When we talk about spirituality, people are laughing. But when it comes to problem, they're looking for prayers and spirituality. Guys, there's no such thing as prayer, spirituality and all that. Everything is one. If you're looking at one end as a religion and spiritual, remember there is another end. Both are the same end. There's no such thing as material and spiritual. Spiritually, if you're strong, material things will come to you. If you're not spiritually strong, no material things will be attracted by you. You have to work very hard. You are the spiritual energy. You are the power. You are everything. And Zoom is working in the spiritual realm, guys. Why shouldn't you raise yourself in the spiritual way? And spiritual has got nothing to do with race, religion, color, and all that. Please do not confuse yourself. Okay? So urgent attention. If these three problems come, they said you must have urgent attention. Okay, but if a trigger, a threat, unconditional situation comes, urgent. If these three elements are present, your company must respond and wants to protect itself. And I tell you, Mr. Ken is a very powerful crisis manager. And I see him growing stronger and stronger every time the crisis comes. One of our prime ministers here in Malaysia for the last 25 years, he was a prime minister for many 25 years. He became stronger and stronger with every crisis. So guys, crises are good if you face it and then you handle it. Don't run away from it. Possible incidents results, unsatisfactory news reports. Sometimes you see in network marketing business, 90% of the people worldwide, they don't see how hard we are working, what we are doing. Moment one small one comes, they blast it. Now with social media, oh my God, you can go anywhere in the world. Poor public image. Before Superlife, there was a lot of poor public image in Malaysia, in Africa, in India and all that. Superlife has raised that image now because so many people are making money in Superlife. So we are given a better image, guys. So let's continue that. Employee discontent. If the company's employee discontent, the company problem, their problem. They will handle it. Okay. Increase concern of government officials. The government will come in when people are suffering. If they join your company, they don't get the satisfaction. They go to the government. Then that's where the government will come in. As long as we are keeping people happy, we are not undercutting. We are not selling products cheap. We are not doing all this hanky-panky. Nobody will go to the government, guys. Everybody will come to us. I was telling someone this morning, I said, why people come here full-time? Why they come part-time? Because office got politics. House got politics. Everywhere got politics. Everywhere got pain problem. They come here. They come for solace. They say, at least I come here, I got solace. They come like we should be an oasis for them. The founder of this system, learn, teach, and duplicate. The founder of this system said, if people are not coming for a meeting, do not focus on the people. Focus at your meeting. Are you giving them what they need? And today they come, they must call tomorrow. Hey, please come for the meeting. I learned so much. And today I was so happy to hear one of the boys said, my mother loves your meeting, sir. He said, initially they were condemning me, putting us down. And then now my mother says, hey, when is the talk coming? Then mother sits down and listens. I was so happy. The house mother listens, the son can do business at peace. So Zoom is helping us in that way also, guys. Whether I speak or Prakash speak, even Prakash is becoming falling in love with by them. Even the mother says, I like Prakash presentation. So I went to Penang. There are some ladies supposed to come and see me, a group of them. And then they say, sir, most of us here got COVID. Can you do me a favor, sir? I say, what? Can you please send us a link? Then we can do Zoom. I say, if I want to do that, I would have stayed in my room and I do Zoom from there. I came here to see you all. Then at least we can meet for a while. See, guys, people are so happy with Zoom now. So they want to see us more in Zoom. So let us do that, guys. Solution, develop a communication plan for emergency. Always have a communication plan with emergency. Never run away from problems. I will handle problem on the spot. And I will resolve the problem as much as I can. If I cannot resolve, then I look for people to resolve. Train the people involved. Everybody should be trained to resolve your problems. Everybody should become independent. Your business belongs to you. You paid the package to supply company, not your upline, not your distinct. So you got a problem, don't put your hands everywhere and blame everybody. You take responsibility for your problems, guys. Train the people involved. Drill the plan. So you must drill this crisis plan that anytime crisis comes, you have to face it and handle it. Okay, face it and handle it. So ladies and gentlemen, Superlife is here to stay. Crises are going to happen. More and more crises will come. But within this crisis, there is an order. Within the crisis, there's an order. And Chinese say, when you have a crisis, look for the opportunity in the crisis. Do not get caught in the crisis. So how do you do that? Be neutral at all times. When you are neutral, you can go into positive or go into negative to handle the situation. Sometimes you need negative to handle positive. Sometimes you need positive to handle negative. No such thing as I'm always a positive guy. That's all those days, guys. You have to be negative certain times. You have to be positive certain times. You have to be black and white to handle color. I repeat, you have to be black and white to handle color. So you want your life to be colorful, be prepared for black, to be prepared for white. Don't always say my life must be white. So negative is also good because it will give you pressure to change. Some of this thing, I really like what Samir said. Do not spend time wasting time on all your relations or relatives or friends who put you down. Don't spend time. For me, whenever someone says like that, whether inside my team or outside my team, for me, I will use that as like the cowboy who wants the horse to go fast. If you have watched the cowboy movies, at the end of the shoes, there will be a star. That star is not for design or not for fashion. That star is called in English S-P-U-R, spur. So whenever you want the horse to go fast, you will poke the horse with the sharp star. Because of the pain from the spur, the horse will run fast. Double its horsepower, triple, quadruple its horsepower. That is also Dr. Maha. Someone says me one this thing, that's when I will work harder, triple, quadruple. The energy will come, I don't know from where. So when somebody throws you that kind of spur, guys, it's meant for you to bring out the fire in you even bigger. And during the pandemic, that was a big poke for me because you know why? 1st January 2020, I declared to the world I'm full-time supply fan. Before that, I was a full-time trainer, coach and all that, part-time supply. So 2 years, took me 2 years to hit Crown Diamond. So I said, okay, I'm Crown Diamond now I declare. So my wife's icon came behind, I went in front. So when I said full-time, within 2 months, we are in a lockdown. I said, oh my God, another roller coaster again. 97, it happened to me. Then I said, going to happen another one. Oh my God. And this time worse. We can't go out. If I can go out of the house, I can do something. If I stay in the house, I will die in the house. Thank God, God gave us this thing. Don't wear a mask to do your business. Before we say don't wear a mask to do the business, be real. Now I put a mask, I am not real. I don't feel comfortable. So I don't have to wear a mask for my task anymore. So I'm at home, in the comfort of my home. This is what you see. Upon you don't have to put a background screen. Just be with a curtain and put that, because the background screen sometimes you cannot see your hands and all that. Don't need background screen. Just put like this. So I am at my home in my bedroom, and I'm talking to 60 people, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people, and I'm very comfortable at home, guys. Where your heart is, your home is. Where your home is, your heart is. I can be in Penang. I can be there. Yesterday I did from Penang for the Malay meeting. And Zoom is very powerful. And then even more powerful is iPhone. I can be in the busiest bus stop. I can still talk to you all with clarity, because the sounds will not be absorbed by the iPhone. So today you can be anywhere. As long as your heart is there, your home is there. You don't have to come back to home to have your heart. Be where and be there, and your heart and home will be together. But if you are in a comfort zone of your where you're comfortable, then nothing like that. So work from home, learn from home, succeed from home. Super life is super. Be a crisis manager, guys. Don't just be a leader. Today's world doesn't want just leaders. They want crisis managers. So be a leader of crisis manager, CMP, PCP. You have to be a leader who can handle crisis. You must have crisis management plan to have business continuity plan. Our business is going to go on and on because we got a very good crisis manager leader up there. And we got a very good crisis manager leader in Dominator, Mr. Mohan, Chief Mohan. And he's one guy I really salute. He's also a very powerful crisis manager. Whether he is black or white, he will do something to make it a crisis manager. That is Mohan for you. And Warren is another very powerful crisis manager. He looks smooth, but he's a very smooth guy to handle crisis. Same thing goes to Vidya. He's got his own way to crisis manager. So all these core group guys are all powerful crisis manager, because they have gone through enough number of crises to understand crisis, to learn crisis. So we are master crises. So we are master of crisis. So let us handle together. All of you, anywhere in the world, you have been here. If you've got breath and if you have got breath and you are still alive, you are a master crisis manager. So super life is super. Over to you, Rapport.
Okay, super life, super. Thank you, Dr. Maha. Such a wonderful sharing the crisis management. Well, thank you very much. Crisis management, and then from the person who you want to be, prospecting, handling objection, everything tonight. I hope we gather all this information and go out and do it. Serve with love, build the network with joy. Enjoy what you do. Love what you do and love for the people that you serve. These are the glue that hold success together. Leave the person better than you found them. When you go and see the prospect, you leave the person better than you found them. All right? When you leave, they are benefited from what you share. All right. As I bring this session to the landing, I would like to say this: I shall pass this life but once. Therefore, any good I can do, or any kindness I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer nor neglect it, for I shall not pass this life again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dr. Maha. Thank you very much, Shamir, Prakash, Davina, and all the people in Zoom tonight. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Let us unmute yourself and say super life is super. Can we do that, Prakash?
Super life.
Life is super.
Can I get it?
Life is super.
Life is super.
Life is super. We love it. See you guys.
Life is super.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay, Sabina, you also.
All of you.
Prakash.
Thank you.
Wonderful weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Life is super. Bye bye.
Wait to never get to meet you.
Super life is
Thank you.
super.
Life is super.
Life is super. That's great.